Ready. Play.
Iga and Wim Fissette becoming the new coach. What do you make of this partnership?
I mean, this is highly expected. When she first announced that she was not going to be working with Viktorovski and that she's looking for foreign coaches, everyone instantly jumped to Fissette because he, stopped his partnership with Osaka in September. So the stars were kind of aligning for this. I think it's an obvious choice. It's someone who's worked with so many, high class players in the past. There's actually like two camps, I would say, in Poland right now. Like there are people who are like very much criticizing the fact that Fissette, how he left things with Zheng and kind of how he never really works with somebody, for 5-10 years. But I don't think that's wrong. I also don't think that's like abnormal. Most coaches don't really work with somebody their entire career. In many cases, like new stimuli are what you need in order to keep progressing, and that's clearly what Iga is going for as well. What we were saying with Vansh a couple of weeks ago on one of the shows here, that like this is an ambitious choice. This is a choice that really shows that she is not satisfied with the position she's in, which is world number one still, at least for a week or two, and winning a slam every year. Like she's not satisfied with that. She wants more. And right now she also released this post about like, this being a marathon, not a sprint. So yeah, I love this decision that she's trying to switch, because clearly with Viktorovski it was tough to get the adjustments. There's also the camp that says that, well, because Daria Abramovic is kind of, leading everything there and is the person responsible for Iga, and it's going to be a tough dynamic between her and Fissette. Maybe he's going to be better at handling it than Viktorovski was. Maybe Viktorovski is handling it good. I mean, we don't really actually know that much from, behind the scenes, obviously. And some people try to pretend like they do. But with Fissette, I'm perfectly fine with this. I think it's obviously one of the biggest names in tennis coaching. He's been on the carousel for a while now, about 15 years of coaching many, many world number ones. Iga is going to be his sixth. Interested to see what he can bring to a team. He's had some interviews already where he sounds, pretty reasonable. So, been talking about the fact that, the clay season is there, but then after that, we're going to be really focusing on other surfaces and everything. He doesn't think that, because the clay season, Iga always goes deep, then there's no time to work on anything. Like he's not saying that. So I think that's a positive sign. And yeah, I think it's clear what sort of achievements Iga wants when she's bringing him in, which is to win more slams other than Roland Garros. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the main focus of their partnership. Of course, Viktorovski sort of like adding to the repeatability and efficiency of her game. He sort of eliminated any inventiveness and creativity out of it. Maybe that's going to come back. Just excited to see how it will go. And obviously, yeah, this is one of the biggest names in tennis coaching. So why wouldn't he work with one of the biggest names in tennis?
I mean, one of the things that John's just put on the chat there is saying is that, given the fact that some of his biggest successes came in certainly Naomi Osaka on the two hardcourt Grand Slams of the Australian Open and the US Open, do you think he could be a bit of a hardcourt specialist, and that's one of the main reasons why Iga's chosen to go for Wim?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's something like this. Like, okay, you can have a coaching style, but you still work with the player. Iga isn't going to turn into Naomi, and Naomi, you also, you couldn't turn her into Iga. I don't think that's a thing, but most certainly, I mean, he's done a lot of great stuff with Naomi, also earlier with even Clijsters, with Azarenka, with everybody else. So yeah, I don't really think that's an argument in his favor, but he's definitely one of the biggest names out there.
No, he certainly is. I mean, a lot of the key points I think you covered there. Seen as one of those super coaches, has had great success, as you say, with Azarenka when she won her Grand Slam titles with Naomi Osaka quite recently. As you say, the way he left Qinwen Zheng wasn't great, but he generally though has had at least been able to give at least a player maybe 18 months, maybe close to 2 years at least of his time before he moved on. And as you say, the big thing for Iga at the moment is that although we know she'll go down as one of the greats of the game already, even if she retired tomorrow, given that she's got 5 Grand Slam titles. The fact that she's only her, slow hard courts and clay courts tend to be the only areas of the season where she seems to be making hay the most. She will know that to really be up there with of having a fantastic year or fantastic career, she will need to be starting to pick up some hard court slams. She will need to have a proper run at Wimbledon, which is still the big the big asterisk, or something, the big black hole, probably not asterisk is the wrong word. Black hole is probably a better word to use on her career stats, is that she still hasn't got, quarterfinals, I think is the furthest she's ever got at Wimbledon. And this is a player that won the junior Wimbledon title when she was in the girls circuit. So, it's a surface that she probably feels as though she should be having success on. And it's an area that maybe a Wim Fissette will be able to bring something to a game, which means that she can handle quicker balls at her through those surfaces, so that she can try and at least win those titles. I mean, one hardcourt Grand Slam at the US Open in 22 probably will not suffice on that one.
Yeah, that one Grand Slam title on hard courts definitely is kind of saving her situation for now. People aren't talking about her as like, people are, but they're stupid. But people shouldn't be talking about her as a one surface specialist. But that US Open changes a ton. And the fact is, after that US Open run, we haven't really had her going big at any hardcourt slam, not further than the quarterfinals. So it's clear that this is what Iga wants. It's clear that this is the focus of that whole decision. Hope that Fissette is going to deliver.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.